Well, welcome back for another episode of Penny's Hot Rod and Customs. Just old Derek again. Just taking a break from working on Christopher Fury, which is sure looking mighty fine, nice. Even got it dirty already. Oh well. Alright, today we are going to be working on a 1 horsepower Titan Junior. Haven't had this engine running for over 10 years easily. It's just sat in the shed for years and years and years. And my whole goal today is hoping to get it running. And add a kind of a rare feature to it. We'll get into that in a bit. But, and also this engine has kind of a neat story with it, how Ryan ended up with it. We purchased it at an auction. But first, like I say, this is Titan Junior, and the way to tell by a Titan Junior easily is that it has an oval hopper up here. If it was a Titan 1 horsepower Titan or Family, it would be square up here. And also, this is the Junior is 100 pounds lighter, and pretty much any of the parts on this engine will not work onto the 1 horsepower Titan or Family, except for bolts and nuts. I believe the muffler is off of a 1 horsepower Family. So I think this is something we recast it up and just made it work and said good enough. Never noticed the difference. I think the Titan Junior, their muffler is a little bit smaller, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but these engines were made from around 1915 to 17. I believe there was just a little over 3,200 of them made. How many surviving today, I don't know. But as any engine collector, these engines are pretty desirable. And, for a while they were holding very good money. They still hold pretty good money on the value of these days. But as you can see, what I want to do is clean all the oil and gunk off of this thing, kind of preserve it back here, and just clean it best you can with a factory paint way. Too bad the front logo got kind of beat up. It was supposed to be, I believe, the international logo on the front, and the Titan Junior that gotten a little beat up. But hey, that's factory. I'm gonna leave it. No, I'm gonna kick a grinder and grind this all off and paint it again. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm going to preserve as much as we can. This is the factory skid that came with it, because you can see there's still some paint on here. But I want to clean this all up just the way, just to get the grease off it and leave it the way it is. And also, like you say, get it running. And I'll show you in a bit the kind of a rare feature for this thing we have. But this engine came from, well, when we bought it, it came from Regina, Saskatchewan. And I believe there were people from other provinces in Canada and people from down the States who were coming up to buy engines. There were quite a few engines at the auction. I remember at the auction, the engines were kind of scattered all over the yards. They had a big Fairbank, I think like a 15 horse, and a big Ruston Hornsby that ran there. I can remember seeing those run. But there were, like I say, there was a bunch of engine collectors out there, and all I remember was that they said they were going, the auctioneer said they were going to sell the engines at 2 o'clock. So a lot of the engine collectors and all the guys that they took off, went and had lunch. This engine and a couple of other engines were just by itself down the aisle by itself, and the auctioneer came up to it and said, "Oh, we're going to sell a couple engines off." And I remember a couple people in the audience say, "Well, weren't we supposed to wait till 2 o'clock?" And he said, "Oh no, they want the big engine." Okay. Because when we first went there, Ryan said, "I'm not going to have a chance of getting this engine because these guys have got thousands of dollars, they'll pay for it. And I don't have that type of money, but whatever, it doesn't." So the engine comes up, and these guys that wanted to buy the engine, they were having their lunch in town somewhere. So I think it was between Ryan and another guy, and it ended up Ryan bought this engine here for 650 bucks, I believe. Well, it could be 600. It was right around 600, 650. That's what he paid for this. And he, at the time, I think he bought a pretty complete with a 2.5 mogul. Need a bit of work, but got that too. And I think I was for like 100 bucks, 150 bucks, but whatever. Ryan was shocked. Holy shit, I didn't think I was gonna get this, but whatever. So auctioneer's done, keeps on going down the aisle, and I remember Ryan saying, "Just get your truck and load these engines up." Okay. Go get my truck, go load the engines up. Well, here comes all these big engine collector guys coming. "What are you doing with this engine?" And Ryan said, "Well, I paid for it. I bought it." And they were madder than hell because they said these engines weren't going to go up at 2 o'clock. But the auctioneer was going by the big engines. So the one engine dealer in Canada, I think he first said, "Oh, I'll give you the money, whatever you paid for it." Ryan said, "No." "I'll give you 1,200 bucks." Ryan said, "No." "I'll give you $2,500. Ryan said, "No. I'm coming home with it. I'm not selling this engine." So that fella and a couple other fellas, they were mad. I know there were quite a few words cursing, but a lot of people were coming for the little Titan Junior, not for the big engine. But sometimes it just pays to stick at an auction just because things change so fast sometimes. So. But Ryan got really lucky on this. At the time, these engines were selling for 4,000 to 5,000 US at the time. Now they've come down a little bit. I think the last one sold for about over 3 grand US, but still, for a nice original engine, this is very nice. And you can see I've started to do a little bit of cleanup, how the head, the patina, that's the way it's going to be. So that's kind of the story on this one. We have another Titan Junior that we kind of came across pretty cheap again. It was almost all complete, not this one. It was in pretty good shape. It had a lot of factory paint on it. It's still sitting in the shed at my brother's place. But I believe that Titan Junior, the other one, was missing the igniter, the trip, of course the muffler. I think that. And that was it. I found all the parts. It's all complete now. But so Kevin at the time talked to the fella. He said, "Well, how much do you want for the Titan Junior, the other one?" "Oh, I got a mag for it too." So okay, Kevin even better. And said, "Oh, how about 150 bucks for the Titan Junior and the it was a brass 3-bar Webster mag." And Kevin, "Sure, sold." So we got that one. One day I'll see bringing that engine to fix to work on, put it back together. It'll either be me or Ryan, but this one, I'm going to work on this one. Have this one running at the end of the episode. But I kind of like my new little table here. Kind of a nifty little feature. As far as I've found, I have not found any break, cracked, anything in this thing. So it's pretty nice shape. Alright, to make this even a little more, I don't know how rare, but to make it harder, you don't see too many, is I'm gonna have it powered by a mag. This is a factory mag bracket and gear to bolt the magneto on the back there. There's the gear drive to put on the mag. And that's the factory deal. And we're going to put this on. I'll find a mag to put on it. Hook it up. I don't think the other Titan Junior we have, I don't think I'm going to put a bracket on it. I'll just leave it just battery and coil. If you just have one with a mag and the other one just battery and coil, good enough. But we're going to have it running with this on. Any of you guys out there, you know these are fairly hard to come by. They're not the easiest things to find. So, and I don't know, I'm not too sure. I think it's a little more of a rare option, this one, because the ones that I've seen of the Titan, they were just all gasoline. This one, kerosene and gas and kerosene. Most of them I'm seeing is just gasoline. So I think this is a little, I could be wrong, a little more rare version, but like I said, I'm not going to show you guys sitting there scraping grease off this, and all I'm using is W40. Seems to be working pretty good and getting some oil penetrating in there. And then a lot of people say use transmission oil, ATF, a little bit of maybe W40 mix it and just wipe it down just to give it a little bit of a shine, and I think that's where I'm going to leave it. And then, of course, get it running. But I'll show you some clips putting on the mag bracket, and I'm not really going to take anything apart much, really, just whatever to make it convenient to clean things up. Still quite a bit of paint under there. You can see the factory paint on the skids here. But just enough rambling on for me, and I'm going to get back into cleaning. I'll show you guys a little here and there, but and hopefully you hear a little Titan Junior run at the end of the show. After many hours, finally getting some of the crud off of it, trying to preserve most of the paint on it. You know, I don't want to destroy it. So it's looking pretty good for being over 100 years old, so I'm slowly getting there. All I'm using is just a little brass, looks like a toothbrush, this brass, and that's just for the hard stuff, and a little nylon. This one looks like a toothbrush. And I got my little plastic scraper for a hunk of grease. Even the skid's coming up pretty nice. So just like I said, I'm trying to preserve the paint. I don't want to disturb the paint. But it's looking pretty nice. So here's just a little update. Let's see. So, like I say, we're gonna, once I clean all this junk up, put it back together, we're gonna hear this guy run. Hopefully. Keep your fingers crossed. Yeah. Alright, after many hours cleaned, I'm gonna get this engine without hurting the paint. But I am liking my new engine table. I need to buy another one of these tire machines. Use them as a nice turning table. Oh well. That's all clean. All clean under there. I've had everything off, so maybe there, even all in there, clean. I don't know if I'm going to pull the head off. I might pull the head off anyway, just to clean the valves and stuff, but you see how all the paint shaved there. Of course, it always gets burnt off here on the exhaust side. But the only thing I haven't taken off is the carburetor. You know, we'll see. Maybe not. But just letting you know how clean I got it. And I think I'm going to do is leave it as this, and clean the flywheel down there. Clean the flywheel and put it on, and I don't know, maybe spray this thing down with, I don't know. Some people say transmission fluid mixed with a little bit of acetone or reducer. I'm not sure. It's definitely transmission fluid and something else, but just trying to make it shine and preserve it. That's my whole thing, preserving the paint job much as I can. So now I'll clean the flywheel, and that I'm officially done cleaning stuff, and then we can put it back together and hear this guy run. Well, the flywheels are down here. The cleans, I'm going to get the flywheels. Besides that little bit of dirt, but there's a lot of paint on it. So, I think today we're going to put the little Junior back together. I think that's the plan. And like I said at the end of this video, I want this thing running. Minus the gas tank. I'll do that another day, but at least put a little jar on here, and let it make some noise. Alright, I'll make sure everything's clean and put the flywheel on, and then put the timing gear on, and shouldn't take that long. And lube everything up. Oh yeah, and clean the piston and put the piston back in. But yeah, we start putting it back together now. Well, today, I believe it's going to be the day we're going to get this little Junior running today. But I have been kind of tinkering away at it in between a little bit of time here and there from working on the old Fury. And like I said, we came across this gear here, was actually, I couldn't believe it was broken. Been welded up. So since this engine's so nice shape, I got Ryan to go pull off the other gear on the other Titan Junior, because this one's in nicer shape than the other one, and I prefer to keep this one really nice. And it's not that bad. It's just hard to see there, but it's been all welded. I guess it backfired or something got jammed and it broke. So, but we're gonna put this guy on just to make the engine look nicer, crack free. I apologize. I'm gonna end up making this video a two-part video, because I still gotta fix the gas tank, and I gotta go find a mag to go put all the mag ignition system on this. And I thought, well, since we're gonna put a mag on this, we'll go through the mag, recharge the mag, and fix the gas tank. So it's gonna be a two-part. So I apologize to anybody doesn't like that, but so this will be part one, but running, and then part two will be all together with the magneto system running. That's part two. Alright, so what I'm going to do is right now I'm going to go pull this off again, and well, I pull the flywheels off again and switch the cam gears, get it timed, slam the piston in, put a little cup under there to suck up gas, and bang, 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 hopefully, in those orders. Alright, you can see the old one. This was the original one to this, where someone did a good weld job. You can see there. And then on the inside you can see the crack. But there's nothing wrong with this gear. If I'm being picky, I just want to make this engine look really nice. So, and this is the new one. I've already switched the governor weight over to it, and I did my little hokey pokey timing system, so I should be fairly close. And get this guy on, put that guy on. I think we'll put the piston in, tighten the bolts in, and give her a couple flips, and hopefully she starts. I'll see if I can clamp it on here too, on the tire machine. We don't want the engine to hop and fall off the tire machine. That would be pretty bad. But alright, I just wanted to show you guys that somehow this cracked back in the day. Somehow. That's a good weld job. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, I guess next time I have this, the flywheel will be on. Alright, I think it's time. We are going to try to start this little Titan Junior. I've already oiled up all the joints there, got some oil in the lubricator, put some oil in the valves, and the gear, all the little oiling spots, igniter. Like I said, there's going to be a part 2 of this, because part 2 is going to be where we hook up the igniter bracket and a mag. There's the gear that goes onto the mag. So I figured we got to go find a magneto. We may as well take it apart, rebuild it, recharge it, and still got to fix the tank. So it's part 1. Like I said, we get this guy running. So like I said, this thing hasn't ran for over 10 years. So, and I think Ryan would like to hear it run, or at least get something done with it. And I think it would look pretty good with that mag, a mag off of this running it. Alright, I made a cheesy little gas tank. So I'll set my camera back here. Cheesy little gas tank. Oh, getting old. There. Get that out of here. Leave that this way. Choke. Obviously, give it a half a turn. Okay, we are hot. Oh, my old leg. Okay. I want to pick up. What's my problem? Hot here. There we go. Come on. Oh, I don't know how fuel to give it. We'll go a little bit more. Damn it. On. There. Well, there you see it. That started up just from its own gasoline. It's a little smoky because I got two types of gas. That's all I have right here. It's we're in a very cold spell right now. It's like minus 30, minus 20. In the States, it's cold weather. But yeah, I still got some more finicking to do on the gas part carburetor, just to get it running a little bit better than that. But yeah, she's first running in a long time. And like I said, this will be part 1, and there will be a part 2 of the engine all finished with the mag on it and gas tank. So, but I guess I'll leave this as this, and I think I'll put the little Massey back together, Type 3 back together. We just have a little problem with the magneto. It'll take a little while to get it out, to figure it out, but I think maybe that'll be the next video, putting this back together minus the mag, and then once the mag is done, then we'll fire her up. But I'm going to put the little Titan Junior up here because it's too hard working on the ground, and I'm not going to put it back on the tire machine. So alright, I'll catch you on the next one. See you guys.